See the game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
Matt, welcome to Gloucester. What was it about the club that made you think, yeah, actually, that's where I want my next move?
A variety of reasons, really. Obviously, the club with such a great history and massive following. I think it's such an attractive club to sign for. And also, just for me personally, it was about challenging myself and taking myself out my comfort zone in Edinburgh and coming to a place where I really didn't know anyone apart from Greig Laidlaw, and just really challenged myself to become a better player. So there was sort of a variety of reasons for coming, but delighted to be here.
Presumably you spoke to Greg about the place before you arrived. What did he have to say?
Yeah, well, if he'd given negative feedback, I wouldn't be here. So he obviously had positive things to say, and he loves playing at Kingsholm. And I think another thing that attracted me was the ambition of the club to go forward. They weren't content at all at sitting around 8th and 9th in the Premiership. They really want to be up there in the top 4. And I think we've got the infrastructure in the backroom staff, and we've got the infrastructure in the club in terms of the support base, the stadium, sort of everything here. It just needs us as the players to keep improving the club and pushing it forward into those top spots. So that sort of excited me as well to come here. So we've got a lot of work to do in pre-season, but so far the boys have been putting in some good work to take the club forward.
And if the infrastructure's in place behind the scenes, how long do you think it would take to actually get performances on the field up to the level that people want and the results to be where they want?
I mean, it's hard to put a figure on that. I think the main thing for us is that we're always using every training session to get better. We're always using every game to get better, and I think that's our really big focus this year, is not to just settle for what we've done in the past at Gloucester. It's not just to finish 8th or 9th, as I say. It's to really push ourselves and find a point of difference, so we can take on teams and really push for those top 4 spots, which I watched a lot of Gloucester last year before I knew I was coming here, and I saw them play some really tremendous games and then sort of inconsistently underperform the next week. So I think the key for us this year is really to keep that consistency going throughout the season and build some momentum, so we can really push for those playoffs.
What would be the strengths of your game in terms of trying to help Gloucester achieve that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm a centre, so I want to bring my ball carrying skills, and I'd like to think I've got more to offer than just ball carrying, so distribution and some sort of tactical kicking game as well. But yeah, I'm really just looking to settle in and just get my head down and train hard and see what happens.
How has that process of settling in gone so far? Because obviously it's Scotland's tour away to Japan. You've not been here around Hartpury for very long.
Yeah, I know. I've only moved down nearly 2 weeks ago now, so yeah, it's been pretty quick coming back from tour. I just sort of got my stuff together and moved down, and it's been actually really easy settling in. The guys have been extremely welcoming and nice to me so far, so that's been really nice, and we've settled into the area well. It's been lovely weather, which we're not used to in Scotland, so that's been a bit of a shock to the old system, but yeah, that's made it all the more easier settling in. Just everyone at the club's very, very nice and welcoming, so I'm really looking forward to the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, give it a couple of months, the weather will soon feel very familiar. What is it that, in terms of the style that the coaching staff have been asking of you in terms of the vision of how Gloucester want to play?
Well, I mean, they put a lot of pressure on us outside backs to really hold the width and give us that sort of shape that we can play to wide channels, and I think we've got really dangerous back 3 players that we need to get into the game. So the job of us as a centre is to obviously utilise these back 3 players, but also get us on the front foot as well. So those will be sort of our tasks this year.
Yeah, because from those games you'll have watched, no doubt you'll have seen Gloucester with plenty of possession and territory, not always converting those opportunities, and it's that sort of clinical edge that sort of was missing last year and probably cost the team.
Yeah, and I mean, we had that sort of issue as well with Edinburgh, and sometimes it's hard to find a way to get over the line, but I think just with a winning mentality and a bit of confidence, these things can change really quickly. So I'm sure we've got the right people in the right places here to really take the club forward. But as I say, it's all good and well talking about it. We need to obviously do that on the pitch, so we're just trying everything we can every day to get better.
Looking at the pre-season games before the season proper starts, a couple of very familiar opponents, Leinster and Glasgow. You looking forward to those?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of Pro 12 teams that I've played a lot over the last few years, and they're two of the top Pro 12 teams, so that'll give us a good indication as to where we are in pre-season, which is great. And both Glasgow and Leinster like to throw the ball about a bit and play a bit of rugby, so the game at Kingsholm against Glasgow, I'm sure will be a great game, and it'll be a great one to be involved in.
Yeah, just got to get your head down and I suppose come through the competition for places, which is always strong.
It is, yeah, and we do have strong centres at the club at the moment who have all played Premiership rugby and have all sort of been there and done it, and I'm looking forward to learning things off them, and trying to push myself to get into the starting team. But yeah, it's a very highly competitive position at the moment.